Hey, thanks for joining me. Let's take a closer look at the times they are changing and find something we can apply to our own lives. Shouldn't be too hard. All aboard the hype train, we're back in the Crystal Empire, and it appears to be deserted. Or not. Maybe they just didn't like the wig. And this is why no one should want to be horse famous. You'll never be able to walk around in peace, or even walk for that matter. So, why is every pony on edge? And how do we know that we have the real Twilight, Spike, and Starlight? We need some proof, and maybe just a bit more than a short little butt wiggling song. Seriously? You couldn't think up a detection spell similar to the paced alternate timelines Akora used in the Season 5 finale? You would think Queen Chrysalis would have figured that one out from her botched wedding invasion. Now that we know that our protagonists are really themselves, we can find out just what has everyone on edge. The enemy of the Empire. Or well, at least the royal family. Come to think about it, other than Twilight and Spike, only Cadance and Shining Armor have ever seen a changeling. And given that the guards have never faced changelings, it actually makes sense that they would think it a good idea for Spike to come along with them. And to also not think that leaving Spike alone might be a bad idea. Alright, come on Spike, we all know changelings can't become rocks. That would be just stupid. And it looks like Spike found a really good ice mirror. I mean, it's a perfect image. No glazing or chips. Though you almost expect to notice that the background wasn't mirrored. Oh well, I'd be too busy scrutinizing and then summarily complimenting my own reflection. What? Who doesn't like to stroke their own ego? Spike sure seems to do that. The brave and glorious. Come on guys, cut me a bit of slack. Continuing on, Spike's mirror image quite literally slips up, causing the dreaded changeling to reveal itself. Spike goes bungee jumping without a bungee and is saved by Thorax. What kind of name is that? That's like calling a pig Bacon, a chicken Nugget, and a pony. What would you call a pony? I'll let you guys come up with that one. Now, Spike makes a new friend, and we find that Thorax is one hungry little changeling, lured to the Crystal Empire with the hope of finding food. Though, unlike the rest of the hive, he seems more keen on working for his food than just stealing it. So, Spike comes up with a plan, which quickly backfires, and I'm thankful the writer did it this way. Twilight wasn't very accepting of discord for the longest time, so it would make sense Shining Armor and Cadance would feel the same type of negativity towards changelings. Spike comes up with another more foolproof plan. Just disguise herself as Pony and trot into the castle. I'm surprised Twilight didn't suspect anything. She's usually pretty good about these. She must be too preoccupied with her niece. Otherwise, how come none of the other Crystal Ponies thought it suspicious that a new Crystal Pony would just up and appear out of nowhere? I'm going to go with it. The Empire is a lot bigger than I initially thought. Now, called to the throne room, looks like we're in for it now. Just hold it together. Or not. If concentrated love can cause him to revert like that, and your one friend doesn't stand up for you, I'd do the same. Turn tail and run. Spike almost immediately regrets his actions and goes looking for Thorax. And hold the phone. That rock wasn't there before. Oh, I see. That's a new one. Now, changelings might not just be any pony, but they could be anything. Your nightstand. Your cart. A bale of hay. The possibilities for fanfiction are endless. Anyway, Spike sets about to do things over, and to do them over the right way. Though maybe bringing Thorax with you is a little risky. Then again, it just really goes to show you how incompetent the guard really is. Spike finally stands not only beside, but stands up for his new friend, to his other friends, and what I would even call his family. We get a song, and everything is okay. I'm going to guess that songs in Equestria have some sort of magical power, much like a spell or incantation. They all give Thorax a second chance, and the episode wraps up, short and sweet. So what can we take away from this one? Other than Starlight's last comment of friendship lessons can be anywhere, we have a story of second chances and forgiveness, at least in part. The saying you can't judge a book by its cover comes to mind here. Just because one person commits a wrong against you doesn't mean you should necessarily expect anyone who could be associated with them to be bad. You never know what you're missing out on if you aren't willing to at least be open to the possibility. And sometimes you might have to forgive your enemies. Thorax was part of the invasion on Canterlot, and I fully expect he'll have some consequences, no matter how mild, for being an enemy combatant. But that didn't stop him, and it shouldn't stop you, Be willing to give others a second chance, and you might just make a friend you never thought you'd have. I think I've talked long enough. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out my other reviews, and I'll see all you wonderful folks in my next video.